The CEO came to the company to inspect the work. As soon as he walked through the door, he noticed the woman he liked was being punished and forced to kneel by his fiancée. Seeing this, the fiancée was about to step forward and explain, but the CEO coldly pushed her away. When he went to help the woman up, he accidentally noticed on her shoulder there was a butterfly-shaped birthmark. In that instant, it triggered the CEO's memory, because the woman who saved him 5 years ago also had the exact same birthmark, and the woman just so happened to have a 4-year-old son. This made the CEO begin to suspect that his fiancée was an imposter, and that the woman in front of him was the one who saved him 5 years ago. So the CEO ignored his fiancée's attempts to stop him and began to ask the woman where she was that night 5 years ago. It turned out that 5 years ago the CEO was accidentally drugged by someone. Helpless, his assistant had no choice but to take him to seek help. They unexpectedly ran into the woman. The woman got up and tried to argue with them, asking the CEO for compensation. But instead, the CEO grabbed her and pulled her into the car, asking the woman for help, and promised he would take responsibility for her. Just like that, the woman helped detoxify the CEO. When she hurriedly fled afterward, she accidentally dropped her friend's employee badge. When the CEO woke up, he told his assistant to find the woman using the information on the badge, but in the blink of an eye, 5 years had passed. The CEO still had no news about the woman. Until one day, the assistant told him the woman had returned to the country today with her son. Upon hearing that, the CEO rushed to the airport, overwhelmed with excitement. Returning with the woman were her friend and the friend's son. The friend wanted the woman to help her get a job at the company, but the woman refused. Because she was just a junior employee herself, she had no authority to arrange a job for her friend. So the two of them had an unpleasant argument. The woman had no choice but to leave first with her son. At that moment, the CEO saw the woman waving at him. He immediately stopped the car and walked over to her. The little boy suddenly called out, "Dad!" This startled the woman. She instantly covered her son's mouth. After saying something quickly, she left with her son. Even the assistant nearby thought the boy looked like the CEO. Watching the woman get into someone else's car, the CEO realized he had mistaken her for someone else. At that moment, he happened to see the evil woman talking on the phone nearby. So without saying a word, the CEO walked straight up to her and pulled out her employee badge. After listening to the CEO's explanation, the evil woman realized it was the CEO who had crossed paths with her friend 5 years ago. In order to live a good life, she decided to impersonate the woman. But during their conversation, the CEO noticed the evil woman wasn't wearing the ring he had given her. So he asked where the ring had gone. The evil woman had no choice but to lie, saying the ring was with her friend for safekeeping. She would get it back after returning home. After she said that, the CEO gave her a $5 million card as compensation and arranged a job for her at his company. Coincidentally, it was also the same company the woman worked at. The evil woman was overjoyed. She finally had a chance to get revenge on the woman. After sending the mother and son to the villa, the CEO instructed his assistant to arrange a paternity test between him and the boy. After all, there could be no mistakes when it came to the heir of the corporation. And so, the evil woman smoothly became the CEO's secretary. Just as she was about to make a move on the CEO scolded her in time. He told her to mind her position in the company. After saying that, he left, but accidentally bumped into the woman at the corner. This scene happened to be seen by the evil woman who had just walked out. Seeing the ambiguous interaction between the woman and the CEO, the evil woman was furious. She called the woman's mother and asked her to discipline her. Soon, the woman received a call from her mother. Her mother told her to hurry home or bear the consequences. So the woman returned home with her son. But her mother gave her a cold face, and at a price of $200,000 wanted to marry her off to a rich second-generation heir. But the woman refused. As she was leaving, she accidentally left behind the ring the CEO had given her. Her mother saw it and thought it was valuable. So she asked the evil woman to use her connections to sell it. When the evil woman saw the ring, she was thrilled. This was exactly the ring she had been looking for. Without a second thought, she bought it, because with this ring, she could marry the CEO and drive the woman out of the company. So the next day, the evil woman started giving her trouble, just because the woman had brought her child to work. The co-workers thought she was damaging the company's image, so they reported her to the evil woman. The evil woman took advantage of this opportunity to teach her a harsh lesson. The woman was completely shocked that the evil woman, who hadn't even graduated college, had suddenly become her boss. But the evil woman smugly said that she was the CEO's fiancée, so she was qualified to be her superior. Even the co-workers nearby, after hearing that, started sucking up to the evil woman. They not only insulted the woman in public, but also lectured her. When the woman's son saw this, he ran up to protect her. The evil woman then said if the woman didn't follow her orders, she would fire her. Helpless, and for the sake of her livelihood, the woman had no choice but to endure it. So she went to make coffee for the evil woman. When the woman handed her the coffee, she accidentally spilled it on the evil woman. The evil woman was furious. She immediately tried to scold the woman's son. Seeing this, the woman had no choice but to kneel and beg her. Unexpectedly, the evil woman smashed the cup on her knee. Just as the woman endured the pain, the CEO suddenly showed up. At that moment, the evil woman was terrified.